Hi guys, welcome again to one of my video. My name is Kat and thank you for tuning in. Always please help me subscribe and hit the notification button. Today I want to share with you something cool, something saves a lot of paper towels, but I'll get to that in a minute. But right now I want to share with you, I have a piece of cloth and I wanted to make a sponge, something that I can wipe the table down or just clean up the dust, and the bacteria around me instead of using paper towels all the time. And paper towels, waste of a lot of money. So I'm going to use this comic, Marvel comic piece of fabric. You can cut it to any size you want and however the big size of the sponge you like. So I decided to cut it, a little tiny piece like this that's the size of a notebook, or smaller than the notebook. But anyway, I am going to turn it inside out and I'm going to use my glue gun to glue this down. So you're going to have to turn it the opposite side, and I'm going to use a glue gun and I'm going to start from right here. And keep in mind, don't go too far to the edge, okay? And instead of using my finger, the glue gun are very hot. I'm going to use a wooden stick. You can use a fork, butter knife, branch, anything else, but don't use your finger because it's really hot. And for you kids who want to work with glue guns, please make sure your parents around, you have somebody with adult supervision, because these things burn. Trust me, I've been burned several times. So I'm going to do the other side as well. I'm going to take my glue gun and not close to the edge. I'm going to have to run the glue like that. A little bit more right here. And again, I'm not going to use my finger to touch that because it burns. Okay. Now, don't worry about the glue getting on your table. You make sure you use, this is my art table, and I'm, with this, I'm not going to use my finger to scrape it when it's, you see this here? I'm not going to use my finger to scrape it because it is really hot. I'm going to wait for it to dry and I'm just going to pull it up. It comes off real easy. Okay, so we have one more corner to go, okay? I did both ends, the side and this side. And now we're going to work the middle. Keep in mind, do not close it all the way up because you cannot stuff anything inside if you close it all the way up. So again, I'm just going to do from here to here on this side. Okay, just put a little bit right there, not too close to the edge. And using my wooden stick, pressing it down. I always check to see how far I go. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave this side open. Well, maybe I'll close up just a little bit more. How about that? Just a little bit more. Because again, keep in mind, you have to do the stuffing. You have to put the cotton in here. You can use cotton ball if you don't, you can use cottons if you don't have stuffing, like pillow stuffing that you buy. I'll show you later. But right now, right here, you have a little hole that you left here. So these things dry pretty quick, and this is still hot. I have to wait for it to dry a little bit more, and it dries really fast before I flip it inside out, But right now I have one that's already flipped inside out. I made one. I made another one here, and over here I have Spider-Man, Thor, Hawk. I love them. They're awesome. All right, so we're going to do some stuffing, and I have something like this, like pillow stuffing, and I'm just going to take it and shove it on this side. I'm going to sit this aside so it can dry, and I'll show you how to flip that inside out in a minute. Since we have one that's already, I'm just going to stuff this side. Keep in mind I glued this already and I flip it inside out, so make sure you stuff it inside and use your finger. You can check it real good. And I bought these stuffing right here. This is what it looks like. and huge stuffing. It's called Polyfill Extra Loft. You can go and buy these at Walmart. Wonderful place to get your arts and crafts, anything you need. I love Walmart. I'm going to go ahead and continue to stuff. I'm not trying to make a pillow, so I don't want it too fluffy. I'm not trying to make a pillow, keep in mind. I'm trying to make something that I can wipe the table with, and then I can wash it and reuse it. Okay, so here we have this little hole that's opened, and it's open here. So what we need to do is go inside and fold it, and you see how it's like that. When you do this, you can see that it's has a crease for you. Then I'm going to put glue here to close it up. Are you keeping an eye on this? Once again, we're not going to use our finger. We're going to use the wooden stick, or if you have a fork, you know, a disposable fork, plastic fork, or whatever that you want to use. Okay, but don't use your finger because it's hot. Now, this is still hot, so I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to wait for that while I go back to this one. This is the one that we close up and left a little hole here. I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to go to a corner, this hole right here, and start using your thumb, pushing it up. Put everything from this here back into that hole. You're flipping it inside out. Okay, I'm going to use my finger and then just go in here, every corner, pushing everything out so I can get it straightened. And voila, I have another one. I can use this one to stuff and create a sponge out of this one too. So while I have stuffing here, I'm just going to go ahead and stuff that. Okay. I'm going to stuff this one too. Remember, these things are very useful. If you have a couple of these, you can wipe down your computer. You can wipe down your table, you know, your room, your shelves, stuff like that. Because using paper towel all the time costs a lot of money, and you're wasting a lot of paper towels. You can use paper towel for something else. But if you create these here, they're washable. You can use them again. So again, I'm going to go in here, this corner. We're going to do this one more time so you can see. And we're going to glue this up by putting glue down here. Once again, what do? We're not going to use our finger. We're going to use the wooden stick or something else to help us prevent from getting this hot glue on our finger. All right, so I have a very cute, not too fluffy, but good enough to use to wipe around here. But of course I have to let it sit and wait for this to dry. And back to our other one. So I have this here. I'm just going to use this to wipe the table. You see how easy that comes off? All that glue that's been drying here. Nice, isn't it? You see that? All the glue that's been sitting here now is piled up into a very nice pile, and I can wipe it right into the trash can. See that? So thank you for this wonderful sponge that can save you lots of money. And you don't have to use paper towels a lot. So grab some fabric. It doesn't have to be what color, any color you want, anything that your parents don't want anymore. Oh, sheets, whatever. Cut it out, glue it together. Make sure when you glue, keep in mind, always leave a little hole somewhere so you can do your stuffing. And if you don't have stuffing, you can use cotton, okay? And keep in mind, these are washable. And once you use this, you can spray Windex on it, you can spray Lysol, and then you wipe it off however. But I love them. They help me save lots of money. Thank you very much for tuning in, and please click the subscribe button. With lots of love from me to all of you. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful stay home with family time at this moment. Bye-bye.